Very good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome in the ring. How are you folks doing? Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's fight. Great to have all of you here with us. Folks, what happened in the Square of the Revolution today? What transpired on the Square of the Revolution today, folks? The guys didn't tell me we had a match there. And I would have been there in the ring. I could have been the referee. I love it, love it, love it, love it. The action, folks. Told you this political season is going to be hot. Who do we have with us tonight? I told you it's going to be hot. Sharon Murray, Pam Halls, Rondell Passat, Chevron, Marcia Jackman. How are you folks doing? Dorrit, Lester, Irwin Charles. Big party, got big problems. You all able with it? Be careful what you wish for. Ingrid, Wanella, Maxine. You ever wake up good? Folks, almost didn't have a program tonight, by the way. But we said we can't leave our folks just like that out in the cold. Almost did not have a program tonight. You ever wake up good? Grace and Princess, Tasha and Linda and Patricia Sana. You ever Penelope? You Lester? Leon? You ever wake up good? Michael and Dion, Naomi Drucker. Naomi, you ever wake up good? I tell you, we'll be back shortly, soon. Did I tell you all that? Soon and shortly, we'll be back. Naomi Drucker, good evening. Naomi said, take a real long to come on. Naomi, one of the things you learn about doing live streams. My God, the technicalities to do live. It's important to that, something to say. I will come and just watch it and watch you also. Y'all watch it me. Within 5 minutes, you're gone. So I gotta make sure the pot's stirring. How y'all doing? I gotta make sure the pot's stirring, folks. What happened today? Today on the square. What's going on? A lot of folks asking, what's happening, guys? What's going on? What's happening? You know, yesterday, we had nomination day, right? We didn't fight nobody. We didn't fight nobody, and we didn't bite nobody. None of the two. You see, we didn't fight, and we didn't bite nobody, right? And I'd like to think, you see, there's a difference. I'd like to think so. You know, there is a difference, a significant difference as well. We'll bother a soul. You know, we're not just going kitty catter. Minding we own business all the while. People take we, folks, and make me a study. People take us and make us a study. We in trouble as so. Ring the bell. All of you, welcome in the ring. Hope we didn't have to put back the fish batter, pack back the chips. We came on late because we wanted to have something to say. You know, we wanted to have something to say. It's good to have all of you on the live tonight. Wherever you all are joining us from, please and thank you. Wherever you yeah, we tell you watching the people, then you put up this thing. Wherever you're watching us from, good folks, we are happy. We are delighted that all of you are here with us. Yours here, so with we. Welcome, folks. A number of things trending tonight. You may or may not know. A number of things trending. Carla Smith. We all know the honeymoon is over. You all know the campaign season. Honeymoon is over. Down to business now. The campaign is on. The lists were handled yesterday. The folks at GCOM, they're still scrutinizing those lists. Still scrutinizing them. And what a fantastic time the good folks had yesterday. All the parties out there and people brought it. But big party got big problems. You ever wake up good folks? You got a little party? Thank heavens. You don't know. See, people see living in big house and driving fancy car, you think it's easy. They don't say when you in a WhatsApp, you got messages, buddy, bring down the price for this cab, the price, I ain't paying that all. They don't know. They do not know. Big party. Big party. Big parties, my lord. They know what it takes. First up in other news, what did they outside the square of the revolution? Where things were promised, not delivered. I want to say a big shout out to all my colleagues in the Win Party. Big shout out to my real colleagues in the Apnu Coalition. Big shout out. Look, big parties got. I wouldn't say, it wasn't we last 72 hours. It wasn't we best. It was the finest hours. The last 72, it wasn't we fight. Folks don't understand. You know, the bigger the structure is, and this is an engineering principle, where engineering people's at. You know, think some of my makeup is in my eyes. You know, the guy's got to learn to, you know. You really have a see comfy. People don't want this shining right through. They give you a little powder and bap, bap, bap. The bigger the structure, folks, the room for error is even greater. And you got to diminish that. The bigger the structure, the more precaution you got to take inch by inch, building that thing. Big party, big problem. I was at the 20-year-old party. The people fling me out. I bad like that. I bad like that. There are very few people have ever been expelled from a political party. I'm in a rail company. I ring the bell for myself. Ring the bell for myself. I'm a rail company. You've ever been expelled from a political party? No. No, it's but 5 years in the history of this country. You know? 5 years in the history. Rare company. Big parties got big problems. People think it's easy. Some people think it's only by the numbers. You know what it takes to manage people? Keep people on message, right? Keep people with the proper conduct and so on. Called Providence. Elizabeth Williams Knight. There's plenty problems. Big parties, plenty problems. You see? So, when is a win a win? When it's not? I don't know. But the win party over the last 72 hours, where's he alone? I'll just give you them. Maybe tomorrow you try again. Doesn't mention the business. You know. Maybe tomorrow you try again. Maybe tomorrow you throw in the towels and you realize, you know what? This thing is headache. This thing is headache. Could you imagine me and Doggie in the same party? Can you imagine it? Me and my friend, all in the same party. Lord Bradley Sampson, could you imagine all of us in the same party? That's nice time. Could you imagine we both hosting a program like this? My God, we sell off. Good night, folks. Bertrand and Alexa, Mandy and Claire and Giselle and Mario and all the folks. So the launch of real election season, it's nomination day. Because once you're in there, you could talk how much you want to until you get them things approved. You're only blowing out here. And the operative word here is approved. Because a lot of people submit stuff. They ain't approved yet. Ain't approved yet. Right? See, your best behavior, your best behavior. Talking about best behavior. Folks, we have a little coffee today. That's what I really want to know. What happened at coffee today? But before we get there, because that got a lot of implications. That got a lot of implications. What transfer? If you don't know what we're talking about, you don't know just now. You just stick around. Stick around. You're going to find out. But a lot of things happening. A lot of things. I see the Carter Center is here. Watching y'all. Gotta be your best behavior. Gotta be your best behavior. You can't be on leash. You can't come off your leash now. Now it's time to keep the dogs on the leash. You can't be unleashed. Now, the Carter Center here, the OAS, so we deploy you all too. And we expect a number of other observer missions are going to be here as well. You're being watched. You got to put on your Sunday best. Be on your best behavior. You got to get your things together. Your subject and your verbs got to agree. You got to be willing to face the press. You know? Mother used to say, took and came. Dot your I's, cross your T. Your subject and your verbs got to agree. You know? Put your best foot forward. Can't be fighting people in these streets. Oops. You know what I love about this country? Never dull moment. Never dull moment. Right? We fight ideas, you see? In the realm of ideas and ideology. It's that's very big. Bringing out, we make guns. We don't turn on we own supporters and draw like that. No, no, no. If people have disagreements, they want to walk away, God bless you. Thank you for your service. It was a privilege. It was a privilege. I know. The people thank me for my service and then they kick me out the party. Gail and Brian, Chanel, Dolly, and all you folks. The people thank me for my service, then they kick me out my party. And so the big question tonight, thanks, Margaret, for reminding me. The big question tonight is who let the dogs out? who let the dogs out? Folks, you can't offer these things up for the public consumption. And you don't want people to talk about it. Huh? You have a bad day in politics, you say you had a bad day, right? Then you resign tomorrow. You had a bad day in politics, you admit you had a bad day, you resign tomorrow. Sorry. We can go back to business or whatever it is. Whatever it is we go at. We can go back to that. I tell you all, good lawyers is not necessarily good politicians. The other way too, good business people is not good politicians neither. Alright? Good influencers is not good general secretaries of party and chairman and so on. You know? So, but before we get there, I say this with love. I say with a lot of love and respect. When Just Governor said, wasn't we fighting us 72 hours? And you take it there. Wasn't we fighting us 72? Let's good folks. Wasn't the best 72? Right? You don't get think about it. Right? You write a resignation, you call it quits, you throw in the towel, whatever it is. Let's admit that. Wasn't the finest 72? You might have got a better 72 elsewhere. Whatever it is. And part of it had to do with this engagement of the media yesterday. That's when things started really going downhill. You know? Put on your shades and you smile and so on. That's the easy part. Folks. That's the easy part. You see where you got to take question? Sometimes I even get tired myself. You see, because sometimes I am the one asking the questions most of the time. When somebody say, what's your name? I say, what's it again? You know, you caught me up there like that. You didn't send the question. What's your name? Let's call me Junior. Let's call me Pooh. What's your name again? Sometimes they catch you off guard like that. Yesterday was a day like that for Win. Right? No one expected the media to be there on nomination day. It caught them a little bit off guard. Yeah, we can admit, it took us by surprise. That nomination day, who expect the media to be there? You know, you go, you hand in your paper, right? You smile to the camera, you know, that you take off your shades a little bit and so on. You know, you'd expect the media. Who invited the media? Nobody told me. Like, what are the media doing here? What are you doing here? Nobody told me this. There's no back entrance. That's the things started going downhill yesterday. Folks. And the beautiful folks from when engaging media. It started going down. It started. Some always say.
When are you going to launch your campaign, sir?
Very soon.
How soon will you post a press conference?
Very soon.
Mr. Mohammed, is the sanctions affecting your ability to fund your party?
No, sir.
How soon will you
How are you funding the party?
I still have some of my savings that I'm using to assist my fellow brothers and sisters and for me to survive on. Although the government shut down all my local businesses.
But you're a billionaire, you're not a regular man, so you're allowed to survive on.
Right. Exactly.
But tell me, sir, in terms of these sanctions and even the charge you're currently facing locally, don't you think that could affect you?
No,
And
sir.
why not?
That cannot affect.
Why?
Guyana is a sovereign state.
The people's choice.
It's a sovereign
Oh, so
state
you still believe in the global financial system?
with my businesses. With my business.
Mr. Mohammed, there's a report that you might be arrested before the elections. Are you prepared for that?
God is in charge. I don't know of that. I don't know of that.
Mr. Mohammed, you seem short on policy. And these elections, people want to know what's in it for
You
them.
think so?
Then tell us the policies. Are you bluffing your way to the presidency?
Why would I do that?
But the people want to know what are your policies. I mean, that's important to the people.
So you working on my policies will better anything that
But
the
can you
government
give us
puts
an
out there.
indication of what
already
the
having a
policies are?
That was it. Went downhill from there. For the old souls, Celine Dion has a song that says, "Can you keep a secret?" Policy is a secret. We can tell you one policies. We even give you one. Who invite the press? Who invite these people here? Tell me, say, hand in these papers. Who invite you? Who invite these people here? Folks, big party, big crowd, got plenty of problems. Big party, big crowd. But here, I'm hearing 7. That's how the 72 hours start crashing. It was a bad 72 hours. Whole thing started crashing. Here, there got a lot of interpretations of what went down at the square of the revolution. They got a lot of interpretation. A lot of interpretation of what went down in the square. I hear is the woman who prepped them for that PR engagement. Right? I hear she was given a dressing down. She was called to the square to be fired publicly for the public embarrassment she caused the Win party. It's not a school of thought that says the people who work yesterday, right, who went in the crowd yesterday, they were paid, they were called to be paid. So it's different versions of the school of thought. Until when we were coming on, we were looking for a foreign explanation, a response based on what happened on the square today from the Win party. Didn't see any of that. So there were all these schools of thought swirling out there. But the first interpretation of events might hold because a lot of folks said that was a terrible press engagement. I saw Karen Abrams, very thoughtful lady on these matters. She said, no, he was ill prepared. He was ill prepared to engage the press. That's what she said, ill prepared to engage the press. And so we were told it was the press preparation lady. She was called for public embarrassment and so on. That's what you saw in the square. And some people said this is a lady among many who are aggrieved because promised payment for putting on the blue and walking down and marching down was not forthcoming. They were asked to wait for a very long time. And you see, the longer the party refuses to engage the press, you have all of these things swirling. Because I'm being told that this fellow, is it Bradley Sampson? He is the general secretary, the chairman of the movement. Bradley Sampson, yes, Doggie got it right. AKA Doggie, he is the chairman or he's some high official there in the party. And these are things you can't say silent. You can't wish them away. It's just what it is. And so, which version of events is it true? We could know when the party speaks on these matters, and I don't know. The Doggie seems to have a lot of roles. He's a CFO. handles public relations and so on, social media relations and engagements and all of that. He has a big role. So whether it is the PR woman that did the prep for the press engagement yesterday, or this is just a simple person who down the blue and went out there and needed to be paid today, that all of that is up for grabs. But that being said, somebody ought to get out quickly and clarify what transpired on the square of the revolution, because my God, take a look and take a listen.
Are you playing with
Yeah, so some of what took place at the square of the revolution as the folks were gathering there to receive their payments or whatever was the situation there, you saw it quickly spiraled out of control. I mean, like, what could have caused that? We have a society where violence against women and girls, it's perpetuated by this installed regime. We saw what happened to so many of our young women at the hands of government officials. We saw what happened to Adriana Young and the body and the pool and the black and red lamb and all of that. This is not a safe space as a country for women. We got to change that. We got to change that, folks. And so I expect at least to see this executive of WIN dismissed. I expect at least to see this executive of the WIN party terminated with immediate effect, and to be expelled from a political party. That's all right. All right, folks, what transpired there? What happened today at the square of the revolution? What event was the party doing there? What payments were being given out there? What's happening? What's happening? Yesterday, the press conference, the press engagement tanked, and then today this fighting and this what's
Are you playing with
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. That kind of violence against women must be condemned. You know, with ours. Right? You gonna ask Doggie if he want to go, if he's willing to go. We're gonna turn our face against that kind of madness, that kind of foolishness. I know we came on later, got about another 10 minutes with y'all. The most in the normal course of things, other things happened between yesterday and today. Besides the press conference at 10, besides this, whatever that was, you got to speak against it immediately. You got to test that with the audience to see what is what. We got to shun violence against women. Right? And if you find yourself defending that, you're part of the problem. You don't want nothing different. If you find yourself defending that, you're part of the problem. You want nothing different. You want the excuse to do foolishness. If you find yourself defending Doggie unleashed, you's part of the problem. You are nothing different. It's more the same. Please and thank you. So let me take off the facade. Not as anything new and different. We know that that's more the same. Is it different? Is it? Really? Come on now. Talk to me, Michelle. Margaret? Who let the dog out? Vanessa? Giselle? Mandy? Natasha? Auntie Sandra? What's going on? What's going down? Have we lost ourselves? Well, otherwise than the press conference, the press engagement, the tank, party executive beating up on a woman, this creative revolution, never mind in public, big throwdown, never mind. Marnie says, what a shame, never mind all of that. Never mind all of that. Folks, yes, some normal things happened yesterday. The news. The news. We had some normal things happen yesterday. For instance, you had the announcement that Pastor Reverend Bishop Nigel London is the prime ministerial candidate of the Ghana movement. Oh, Nigel needed to be on that square. Jesus, folks need a little bit of Jesus in them. And none of us could have too much Jesus. Brothers and sisters, could I get an amen? Need some Jesus up in the all. So here's the moment that big announcement was made. We circling back to the square. Just giving you a little Jesus now. The moment that announcement was made.
Happy to present to you our prime ministerial candidate. And I'm happy to present to you the chairman.
My boy.
So,
we might not have gotten the percentage, right? Because more women. But I got you.
this time it's more women. 67%.
We don't need to stand next to her right now. Because you got a lot of women on her side. Let's stick together as brothers, right?
Yeah. Some of what happened yesterday, folks, some of what went on. And of course, we had a contingent yesterday, peaceful and calm. Some people try to pick trouble with us. But folks, we didn't bother with nobody yesterday. Some people try to pick trouble and worries with me. We just kept to ourselves. You know how? We ain't picking no fight with nobody. We ain't gun punching nobody. We ain't boxing nobody in the head with a gun. We ain't slapping nobody. And everybody here came on their own volition. We had to pay a soul. People just love the policies that they heard. Right? People just love the policies. None of us who went to own the 50,000 per student studying at whatever tertiary institution as a stipend, coupled with the continued free education that was in place since 92, that the PPP knocked out, that the PPP increased in 2013. We got the money for it, and we can continue it. Raise the old age pension to $100,000 a month, a 35% increase for public servants. People just love the policies. That's the money we promised them. To continue to make sugar great. Ain't firing one sugar worker. Those are the policies people keep hearing. Grants for our entrepreneurs to continue to flourish in business. That's the only money we promise people. So our entrepreneurs can continue to be entrepreneurs. Stabilize the prices there in the marketplace. My God, vegetables now expensive. Those are the only monies we promise anybody. But this is we. This is we, folks. We're outside yesterday. We ain't trouble nobody. He said, I have a couple of people to come and big trouble. Look. The PEP set up a couple people to come and big trouble. You know why? Because they're not like us. Good folks, they're not like us. They're troublesome. They're miserable. You know? So the folks came safe, left safe, went back safe. Anybody got butt them, beat them up, slap them up. And then at the end of the day, folks, at the end of the day, leader of the APNU coalition gave us very, very, very short, a little stump speech at parade ground, sweaty from, we were all hot and bothered and sweaty from a day well spent, at least a half day, in that sun, folks, in rain, just happy to be out there as part of this democratic renewal process. Yeah. We didn't interfere with the soul. We're peace-loving people. Here's some of what Aubrey Norton said on parade ground just yesterday after having in the winning list.
Good morning. Good morning. I know some people are still coming, but I'm very sensitive. The way you say it, the way you come, then you're talking. I must have come from the same way for you. I believe that my prayers to win this election. That once we organize and do the work, we are going to put the people's progressive When we carry away, we are going to be flagging as well. But don't pull yourself, not only election, people are going. It's the goal in every community and mainland. We believe that we have the best team. We have practiced with our team who went to university and the best. We have competent people on our team. As you would see, we have a lot of women in our team. We have a lot of youth in our team. So apart from having the best team, I believe we have the best message. We are putting people first. We have the best message. We are putting people first. We are going to put money in the pocket of the values people. The People's Progressive Party put money in the hands of themselves, the party, the friends, and the neighborhood. We will put these votes in the hands of the people. That's the purpose of the people in rally. This is just that. But then let me remind you that on Sunday at 12 p.m. we are at Melanie for the East Coast rally. Let us go there, mobilize people, and ensure that Melanie is completely safe. Let us look to see that the stuff of us. Most of the people from around there, they don't distribute it. When you spend $1 billion to run, it means in trouble. We take no one. You can't say the perfect country because a lot of people are carrying away our money carried away by leadership, commitment to the people, and a willingness to serve the people of God. Before my friends, it is always a pleasure.
I was saying that was Mr. Norton there on parade ground just after the winning list had been submitted to GCOM. Speaking very, very briefly to persons there, and we apologize for the audio, but we want to let you know as we wrap up, folks, we have another rally coming up. This time we are heading from the Square of the Revolution, where the campaign launch was held for the APNU Coalition, and we are heading, folks, heading to the East Coast for the next rally. Take a look.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
The APNU Coalition campaign now moves to the east coast of Demerara, Melanie Village, on Sunday the 20th of July at the Melanie Shopping Plaza from 4 p.m. Come hear from our candidates. Come hear about our people-centered development strategy that puts people first. Come hear from our Prime Ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, our presidential candidate, Aubrey C. Norton, and others on Sunday, July 20th from 4 p.m. The Melanie Shopping Plaza will vibrate with a people-powered campaign. APNU, putting people first.
Yep. We're heading to Melanie, folks. We're heading to Melanie, folks. And we hope that you guys can join us there. I encourage you to join us there. We ain't fighting nobody. We ain't beating up nobody. We ain't paying nobody. And the people just come because they love the energy, they love the programs, they love the policies. And we invite you guys to be part of that. We're going to leave our broadcast there for tonight. We know we're a little bit in the overtime because we started here this evening, folks, gathering the information as we saw it unfolding. Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you guys right back here on our next broadcast. Good to have you guys stayed with us, even in the overtime. Deborah and Mark and all the other folks who are joining us. I see Mitz and Naomi and all of the folks, Wenda and Dexter and Audrey and Ingrid. We love you, folks. Thanks for your love as well, and thanks for your support. We're going to see you guys on the next broadcast. That's the time, and that's our program. Stay safe, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. Thank you so much for joining us. Folks, have a fantastic rest of the evening, and we're going to see you guys back real soon. Take care. Take care. Want to make sure that we have the right thing for you guys. Yep. Take care. I think we're going to end on the same note of the rally happening at Melanie. Thanks for joining us. Stay safe.
We ready, time to remove the curse.
The APNU Coalition campaign now moves to the east coast of Demerara, Melanie Village, on Sunday the 20th of July at the Melanie Shopping Plaza from 4 p.m. Come hear from our candidates. Come hear about our people-centered development strategy that puts people first. Come hear from our Prime Ministerial candidate, Jurita Fernandez, our presidential candidate, Aubrey C. Norton, and others on Sunday, July 20th from 4 p.m. The Melanie Shopping Plaza will vibrate with a people-powered campaign. APNU, putting people first.